Crush out. I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah,
and there's so much sand in my mouth, bro.
Toes in the water.
It was lake day today.
In my hair, not a worry in the world. First one of the year, baby.
Yeah,
First
it was my last day of finals. First day of summer, we're going to the lake. Bro.
Where do we even begin?
I don't know.
There's so, the changes, the plot,
The plot's been crazy. We've had 2 episodes in. The plot has changed quite a bit.
I don't think you could literally predict. I would literally probably put money that nobody could predict what happened. But you know what? I think some things are predictable, but...
Perhaps not. I don't know. I guess... let's start with the lake and then we can backtrack.
So, what? The lake was there was it was I think maybe 4 of us.
There was 12 of us there, though.
And then there ended up being, 10 of us or something. 10 or 12 or whatever. There was a lot of us. And honestly... We got there late, but it was a vibe.
It was really nice.
It was really nice.
Except the wind. I literally almost blew me away. That's why... Actually, I'll get to that in a second, but...
I was almost blown away. But we had, it was all girls, except for Blake. But Blake doesn't count because we love
you, Blake.
Love you. Our fave. But it was all girls. And honestly, vibes were high. We had BLTs, we had chips, we had little snackle boxes with all the candy. And we had... enough booze.
No, it was really fun, and then Calissa brought, you can tell, Calissa brought
some stuff.
Okay.
The stuff.
Anyways.
The stuff. And then...
Well, okay, just starting off, we get there and we're setting up camp, and there are there's, all the tables are full, but we're sitting in the sand, and we were there for less than 30 minutes and they started playing their little game of football. Okay, I already vlogged about this. Go watch my Lake Day vlog. It's really good, but I'm going to tell you the story a second time here.
Obviously.
These guys were playing football really close to us, which been there, done that before in
something
the 7th
out of a
grade.
movie.
Yeah. In the 7th grade. And they're almost hitting other people and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And so they keep following and playing football wherever we're at. Sorry for our audio listeners, face getting jiggy right now.
I literally am. No, I'm just listening.
I guess I don't really know what happened because Calissa and I went to go do a few things, and then when we came back, we saw these guys. Hold
I can explain this part.
Hold up, because when we were in the lake before we left, one of the guys, the guy that ended up talking to you later, one of the guys came up and was asking something about the football. Calissa said that he was asking if we took their football, and I was like,
they thought we took their football.
Yeah, they were accusing us of taking their football, which fuck. And so I go, but I'm like, no, we brought our own. So they leave us alone, and I was just they're just acting kind of weird, but whatever. So then Calissa and I leave, and when we come back, we see them talking to you guys, but I will let you take it over.
So basically, they just ask us where we're from, and we're like, oh, here. And they're like, do you like Lincoln? And literally all of us are like, no, which was kind of funny. They're like, oh, why not? And I'm like, I don't know, it's just a terrible city. And they're like, oh, are you going to school? Or where you went to high school? Ask us all the basic questions. And it's just okay, we all understand what's happening here. Please shoot your shot so we can shoot you down.
Literally.
But then what ends up happening, and I think this scared them away, thank God, is we get to talking and they're like, oh, what are you studying? And I'm like, oh, I'm broadcasting computer science minor or whatever. He goes, oh, I'm a computer science major. And I could not tell if he was BSing me or not. So I was like, oh, what class are you in right now? And he's like, 156. I'm like, oh, what language are you studying? Kind of nerding out on him. And he passed the test. Because one of them was computer science, one of them was architect, and then the other one was dropout. Which, that sounds and they were friends. But, you could tell kind of what's happening, but, they didn't ask any of us for it. It was they were just trying to talk to us to talk. And then, Jasmine, showed up or whatever, and it was just, it was just weird vibes.
Well, I pulled up because I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Why are they talking to us? Because they had been dicks earlier. They hit Anna?
Yeah, they hit one of our friends
with their fucking football. And so we were not aiming to be friends with these people. And then maybe I have no concept of time. 5 minutes after that conversation, I don't know. They're looking at us weird, and one of the guys comes over. Apparently, Pink Shorts had already. We only know them by their shorts. They got weird names. I can't even pronounce them.
I didn't remember.
Pink Shorts asked for Haley's snap earlier. I didn't know when that was. But then White Shorts came over to you.
Oh
right
yeah,
in front of me.
He flags me down.
Right? Like I'm laying
there's
right
no way.
in between them, and they're having this conversation almost over my head.
I'm like literally like, sir, I am gearing up all of the short jokes in the world right now because ain't no way you're about to do this. Like I understand the appeal. Thank you.
Bro points at me. Like I can't him.
He goes, is she actually a freshman? And I'm like...
Because they asked me what grade I was when I walked over. They asked me what grades we were in. They were sophomores. I said I was a freshman. And bro was licking his fucking lips. It was disgusting. And so then he's like, is she actually a freshman? And I'm like, no, I'm in fucking high school.
That cracked me up. School, I was like, yes. Actually, she's 16.
And he's 15. Like, I'm not here to judge. I was just asking how old you are. Because, like... and
bro's not trying to catch a case.
Literally. So I summon him because I'm like, why are you talking about me?
She's right like, in front of
me? Like, what the fuck? And so he comes over and he's like, can I get your snap? And obviously I was going to say yes because I wanted to see what was going to happen. But I couldn't tell. I was laying ass up. I can't see straight, okay? I don't fucking know what I'm doing.
I'm pretty sure my ass is still up at this point.
Literally, I'm like inchwormed in the sand because my back hurt. I had just come back. Calissa and I were crawling over the rocks. I'm stumbling onto the towel, and she's like, look at your foot. I'm bleeding out off of my ankle. I let my hair down. My hair's frizzed out. I look like the fucking Lion King. I'm not even kidding. And I plopped down on this blanket, like lucky that I made it to solid ground. And he goes, can I get your snap? The fuck do you mean? You just watched me fight for my life to get to a towel. What do you mean? And so I said, yeah.
But can I get your snap?
I mean, it must have looked good. I guess I made it look good.
She did it with poise.
And I got his snap, and literally, this man, he's like, I'm trying to get to know you. I'm trying to fuck with you. We left on the ride home. So it was literally 15 minutes into this drive. He's like, I'm really trying to get to know you. I'm trying to fuck with you. What do you mean? And then, what did he say? He was like, you think I look good?
He was mewing.
The pick me guy, yeah, he was mewing in the picture. He's like, do you think I look good? And, bro.
Do I look like a real boy?
Do I look like a real boy, Papa? Please, if you're doing that, please stop. It's not attractive.
Not cute.
I need you to stop. I need you to stop. Do it for me.
But,
please.
So,
anyways,
Lake was
the story continued.
We're gonna keep up the
Lake
days.
Was overall pretty good, aside from me literally almost getting a concussion from them throwing the football over my head.
I was gonna say, basically, we cannot keep the men away from us.
No,
especially with that group. I fear us going out. I think if we went on Memorial Day, we would find somebody with a boat.
It's because what's her name? This C name.
Cadence.
Yeah, she's fucking shredded, dude. Her quads are double the size of my entire body.
Oh, it's
crazy.
And she's got abs.
But she has a boyfriend, so we were like
a boyfriend
round number 2 trying to figure out
if you listen to this podcast, we do not like. And I say that with a stone cold
Listen,
face.
I typically, and I've had this conversation, and I'm like, listen, I'm not judging the short guys. I love a good short guy. I love the short guy personality. But, oh my God, Haley, she said she's 5'5", and she's like, he was like the same height as me. So, for reference, I'm like 20 billion feet in the air.
If you're 20, what does that make me?
Bro, you're like the Empire State Building, bro.
Let's go. No, there's a ratio, and unfortunately, to break it to you,
Faith, Keely, we have these names,
Keely
right?
Pie.
I have Donnie Ray on my channel because I wasn't like gonna use my real name for shit, but then literally 2 days into having my channel, I said my name. I always use my name. We've come up with these names for the show. We never use them.
Keely Pie.
I'm sure you figured it out by now. Anyways, what was I just talking about with you? I don't remember.
I don't even know either.
Whatever. Okay. Anyways, you just went on a date.
Oh.
Which was insane.
Oh, yeah. So.
This
is a crazy flip.
Because this is a story that we're going to tell after it, but the guy we were talking about in the last couple of episodes is done. He's done for, right? And we're going to tell that in a minute, but this is more important right now.
like, I don't even know how to describe, done. He's just, we
is
follow through.
I'm ready for his house to blow up. I'm not even kidding. That's the next step. That's the final boss.
I would not put it past him to... I'm very interested to see, because there's a possibility for another run-in to each other this weekend.
Because it keeps pulling up in your... Save it. We're going to save it. We're going to tell
but,
you guys in a
it
second.
could be, a run-in, though, with, all of his hometown buddies, too.
Hope
Or
I'm there.
his family.
I want to be there so bad. You know how mad I was that I wasn't there last time?
That's such... We're going to have a full episode on just... We're going to call it A Guide to the Breakup. Because apparently... I did it right. I don't know. I always come out of these situations so unscathed, and I'm so proud of myself.
I thought it was really good. I feel like we could do just the breakup and then the run-in last week in 2 episodes, because that's so much.
Yeah, but okay, for instance, I'm not on dating apps, but that'll come into play. I'm not on dating apps, but I'm meeting people while I'm out because okay, I'm in college, obviously I'm gonna go out. What else am I gonna do with my free time? I'm not a bum. And I ended up meeting this guy at the golf course. Long story short, him and I just hit it off. And yeah, I went on 31 days exactly since the breakup because I've been keeping count. And I went on the first date and it went swimmingly. And so this is my mantra to everyone that first dates might be scary, but honestly they might just go great. I literally talked with him for 12 hours straight, and I don't think I've had that kind of chemistry with anyone for years. Unfortunately. I don't want to go into more I don't know what else details to tell other than I ID'd him at the golf course because he had really tall socks on, and that's kind of how the ball got rolling, how we got talking to each other.
Well, yeah, and then you calling me at 3 a.m. To tell me what kind of car he drives.
Hey, I will die on this hill. But no more red trucks.
When you text me, you're he just left now. I'm that was literally a 15-hour date. That's crazy.
No, that's what I mean. He picked me up at 7, and we just yapped, and we just spent time together. Oh my gosh, if you ever see this episode.
Wait, someone's telling everyone we know about this podcast, so...
Somebody's gonna start, referencing some stuff, and I'm gonna be hold up, wait a minute. But, we literally just, we got drinks, we got tacos, we played at the arcade bar, okay, this sounds so crappy, and of course I'm gonna say that because I'm at a freshman breakup. I never had that much fun with, either of my boyfriends. It was never, we could have that much fun, just him and I. It was always we had to have other people involved or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know. It was just exciting. It's just a big win. It's just a very big win because I didn't have to go be nefarious and go get on a dating app 2 days after I got broken up with because.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
There's something outside. Literally last night when I was at the gym, I saw a flash on the side of the building, and it sounded like a bomb went off, and I literally thought there was a drive-by, and all the little gym boys started scurrying around the parking lot trying to figure out where it came from. I don't know. I just saw it out there. Anyways, we're not getting shot at. I just
for right now
wanted to throw that in there.
But no, okay. So I went on a good date, and yeah, I don't know.
Recovering smoothly, unlike certain people.
I'm recovering with class.
Certain people telling people we know to let you know how good they're doing.
Yeah, there's a 2-way door currently.
But I guess we haven't told them about the breakup yet. I feel like we should go through the breakup.
Do you want to do that now?
I think we should do it now. And this will make a lot more sense.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. This one's gonna... I need a glass.
Because last time we left off, it was fake patties. And there's a lot.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they know about the list?
I don't know. I think they do.
So...
For those of you who didn't watch the other episodes, there was 4 of us over. We were trying to get Faith to break up with this man, and we wrote a pros and cons list. There were 4. Oh, I did talk about this on the last. Mm-hmm. There were 4 pros, 30,000 cons, right? He finds it on their anniversary. I wrote it. He hated me afterwards, immediately blocked me, and couldn't be around me. And then I think that's where we left it.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, fortunate timing. ended out on an even note.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, I mean, I'm the one who left it out on my desk, which is partially subconsciously on me. So what happened, and actually, I'll get this information out there, and I hope he hears it someday. I told you that it was only Jasmine and me. It was all of my friends. As obviously she said. It was me, Carly, Shaylee, and Jasmine. And I bet you there's somebody else who you know who would also probably be friends, who also probably would have gone along with it. But that's for a different side.
Can someone clip that just to get it out on the internet?
Yeah, somebody clip that on TikTok and make it go viral, please. Feel like a Mel Robbins voice behind it or some shit. So basically the Monday he finds that, and all that's going through my head, he's all like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, if you found this about you, like, you would break up with me, which
everybody was going off and trolling you at Fake Patty, so that's such a lie.
That's what I'm like.
Like,
he literally quotes, he goes, I would never let my friends talk this way about you. Oh, because that's news to me, because I'm pretty sure that they did, and they would. They never once told me thank you, but that's okay. Bums hang out with bums, and I won't die on that hill.
Thank you.
And so basically he's like, oh, like, I just don't know what to do. Like, I need to go home. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, no way am I going to put up with this stuff for the last however long that I've been putting up with, and you're going to get the satisfaction of breaking up with me.
Because he was about to leave for Arizona for, like, almost the whole
That's
summer.
what I mean. But it was just
so, like, you guys aren't going to do long distance like that.
Like, it was just, like, the timing was rough, and, like, I was trying to figure out on my end, like, when to time it, because, like, he had bought these concert tickets or whatever, which, here's your cookie, by the way.
Ow.
Sorry. That comes up to later to play. And so, I am telling this man anything that I can possibly say for him to, like, not do anything. Like, to stay and to be fine with it. And then there's this line that he told me, which someone might say is insignificant, but was very significant to me. One of the things on the list was a sweatshirt. It just said sweatshirt. And he goes, what do you mean sweatshirt? Which the things he picked out on this list also
were also the things that really were not the point of the list.
I will forever think of him and be like, I know that emotionally retarded will live in his memory forever. He's never going to live that down.
Oopsie.
I really hope some girl some days calls him emotionally retarded. And I hope he just spirals.
This is all going to come full circle for him someday.
Oh, it will. It will. If he ever reaches out, I'm probably going to send back emotionally retarded. And that's just going to be it. But
he also didn't like that big dick was crossed out, but, like, we talked about this, okay? This is old news to some of you.
He's like, there's, like, two pros. And I literally just, like, didn't know what to say.
Whoa.
I was like, Okay, also, sidebar, if you were making a pro and cons list about your relationship, get out. You should not. No, like, the person you're supposed to be with.
I'm glad we're finally at the same page. Because you were very adamant that was not true maybe a month ago.
Yes, okay.
Also, speaking of those tickets, she told me verbatim, if he bought you whatever concert tickets it was, then for your anniversary, or if he didn't buy you those tickets, you were breaking up with him. Of course, the one thing he gets you for your anniversary is those tickets. I was fucking pissed. Because the bar was so low for this man. He could literally breathe and it would be a step up. So the fact that he got these, then he used the excuse, I'm trying. And it's like, no, you finally spent, like, literally $1 of the $2 you had. Not like he had that much to spend. But anyways.
Oh, no. So then we talked the sweatshirt. And he goes, what do you mean by a sweatshirt? And I'm like, hey, when we were out, Fake Patties, again, I believe this was mentioned before. I was just like, why didn't you give me your sweatshirt when we were sitting in the circle? He goes, what do you mean? And I go, I was like, the guy was passing out sweatshirts, but you're my boyfriend. Like, I can't take a sweatshirt from a random dude. That looks so bad. I'm also sitting with all these other guys. And he's like, well, like, I offered for you to, like, come over and sit next to me if you were cold. I go, I didn't hear that. You didn't tell me that.
And it doesn't matter. Him sitting next to you, or you guys sitting next to each other is not him giving you a hoodie because he was scared he was going to be cold.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, I got you and Alondra that blanket. No, you did not. Alondra got the blanket, and then I moved over to be by Alondra. And then this is the line. This, and if you ever hear this ended our relationship. This did it for me. He goes, why would I give you my sweatshirt so then I'm cold and you're a little less cold? And I was like, that's all I needed to hear. Like, you're never going to change. You are never going to, like, not to be serious about it, like, how, like, if you're gonna have that mindset about me, the person that you're supposedly supposed to marry, you are not gonna have that mindset about, like, our children. Like, I'm gonna have sons who grow up with that mindset. Like, absolutely not.
And it was like that on top of, like, he drives right by your work because he's out of town. He's like, 30 minutes out of town. Mm-hmm. He drives right by where you work. He doesn't stop to say hi.
And we see each other max twice a week.
We went, literally, the night we made that last podcast, he was supposed to come down, but he couldn't see me, right? He could have come after or asked when I was going to leave, but he didn't. And he was out getting plastered with his buddies.
It's the whole, like, if he wanted to, he would. Like, okay, objectively, yeah, the man didn't scream at me. He didn't call me names. But also...
But that's just... The bar being on the fucking floor.
This is also a man who never paid for anything when he came into my job. Got free golf. I bought him a speaker as a coming back
gift. He's about to lose a scholarship.
Oh, yeah. He's going to lose a scholarship to... Oh, sorry. That totally peeked out. Scholarship to grad school where he would get paid and work with the football team because I was going to do that for him.
But he didn't even fight for it. So fast forward, I don't even know how you guys got to the point where you were talking at the park. So maybe fill into there. But, like, fast forward, he didn't even take into consideration that he was going to lose all of that.
No.
I don't even know how you got there, though. I don't remember.
So I was just like, hey, like, do you want to go on a walk at Pinehurst Park? And this is where this man, the days leading up to it, is like, I'm so excited to see you Saturday. Like, I miss you so much. Always getting shit-faced with all of his friends, apparently telling them that, like, about the list or whatever. And he's like, I love you so much. I'm so excited to see you. Like, verbatim. Like, honestly, a little bit extra. But, like...
His text did not match his in-person energy in the slightest either.
He was the lip service kind of guy. So... Apparently, we get there the day of, and he sees his stuff in the passenger seat, which, whatever. And so then we end up walking, and, like, I kind of procrastinated because I'm like, I just went to work, and I'm just like, whatever. And I'm sitting him down, and I'm like, hey, like, I give him the whole, I just don't think we're right for each other. Like, maybe I'm asked, like, I literally told him, I'm like, I think I'm asking too much of you, and that's not unfair on either of us. I'm like, I can't resent you for not doing more for me, but it's not fair for, like, it's just not fair on both our parts.
Well, and there's probably somewhere out there that will appreciate slightly less than the bare minimum, but it's like, you shouldn't be subject to that.
There is some girl out there who's going to be so happy to go drink in a garage every single weekend and to spend the rest of their life in Nebraska and grow up with a mediocre husband who's gone all the time, who can't buy flowers.
Because the weekend before is when he ditched you at the bar, too.
He ditches me, like, it was just like, for
the amount
that I do for you, it was like, come on.
And like, so you recorded.
Oh yeah, I recorded this shit because I'm like, we're documenting this and I'm not going to be the only one part of it. So
like, we go to Honest Dave's and Shay and I are listening to this like it's a fucking movie. It's like an hour long and we're plastered.
No, it wasn't even long.
It was long.
It was like, we literally broke up in 45 minutes.
That's an hour.
And for like 20 minutes of it, we were walking. And so,
yeah, a lot of the video is...
No, for real. And so we're like sitting there and...
Eyes are chafing.
I literally tell him, and I'm like... I tell him all this stuff, you know, giving a speech. And you would think, to a degree, for somebody who claimed that he just was at a loss about it, which, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, he acted like he was completely taken off guard.
At a loss and taken like off guard about it. Like... He goes, okay, if that's how you feel, I understand. Oh, okay.
Which is a crazy statement when you guys have been together for a year.
Yeah. And so I'm like, is that seriously all you have to say? Like, I'm like, come on. Like, at least, like, fight for it. Like, you know, like, I guess maybe that, like, hurt my feelings. I was like, really? Do you not, like, care that much? And, like, and so, no, he's like, well, what do you want me to say? Favorite gaslighting line right there. And so, I don't know. And then I'm crying, but he, like, sheds a singular tear. And so, whatever, we break up.
Apparently was very dear to him. Like, he remembered. Yeah.
So, we break up. I go back. Jasmine and Shaylee, like, help me get rid of all this shit, right? Whatever.
Okay, and I am in charge of the phone. Shay is in charge of the room. Mm-hmm. Shay cleans her room up. I go through her phone. I'm deleting all of the pictures. I face search everything. I block him on Snapchat. I delete his number. I block him on Instagram, Facebook, and fucking literally anything I
Proper
could find.
things to do when you end a relationship with somebody.
And important that she didn't touch it.
But like,
once.
I don't even care. Like, I
mean, even if you did, it's not out of the question.
But like, that's also that's not. I will stand like blocking somebody's not rude, especially when you just get out of a relationship.
When you break up and he tried to act like you guys were gonna be friendly when he's literally like, what the fuck
I said we were gonna be like friendly, but I mean like.
Friendly
I'm not going to curse you out in public.
You're not going to fight.
Well.
We'll get to that in a second, too.
Fast forward 3 days. And...
Whoa, we're skipping a lot.
Well, I'm talking about when I was hanging out with the mutual.
Oh. You already name dropped her. I think it's fine.
So I hang out with a mutual person, if that makes any sense. And I hear through them that he was hurt and confused that I blocked him and he thought that meant I didn't want to talk anymore. So I naively add him back and then text him, and he proceeds to basically tell me that he's hurt and confused and he thinks it's really inappropriate I reached out to him, and that because I broke up with him, he just needs time and space right now because me blocking him on everything made a year feel like nothing. So Thursday comes around.
Being like, I don't know what you want me to say.
No,
that's not minimizing it though.
No, so then Thursday comes around, and I found out that mutual that encouraged me to do knew that he was on Tinder 2 days afterwards, and we also found out that he was on Hinge, which
yes.
Not anymore.
I find out he's on Hinge
because
it was literally the day after. The day, like, maybe 2, actually. Maybe 2 days after you break up. And I'm scrolling through Hinge, I'm doing my thing, and then I see this ugly-ass profile. But I try to go slower because I find people I know a lot, and of course I'm getting receipts. And so I screenshot this because you have to get the receipts.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, this bitch. Because I go to my little friend chat, GPT, and I'm like, how long would a Tinder account, or a, whatever it was, Hinge account stay active? Because it would allegedly be inactive for a year if you guys were together, so it wouldn't be getting recommended to me from before you guys got together. And it should, if he just started it, it would have had to be literally the day after for it to get recommended to me. Obviously, ChatGPT says after, like, whatever it was, like 2 months or a month of being inactive, it's not going to recommend it to anybody more. So he was either on it while you guys were together, or he was got on it literally the day after. And so the same day our mutual friend tells you that, I tell her that I found him on Hinge. What the fuck?
So I am like, oh, what I did made a year feel like nothing. And like we had like the agreement was like, and I quote, maybe we need to spend some time apart and work on ourselves, and if it happens in the future, then maybe it happens. It's not happening in the fucking
You did
future.
make it sound like it was going on a break, though. I thought it was kind of funny, but it was like, he didn't seem like he was looking for false hope. Like, at least from what I heard, he was like so nonchalant about it, and then he went to friend and was like, it caught me so off guard. I had no idea. Like, I'm so hurt.
He did like to me, he was just like, yeah, like he was like he was just like, okay. To them, it was like, I couldn't believe like she did this. Like, I'm just so like hurt and like playing victim to everyone else but me. So I crash out over this Thursday.
Literally. Also, I don't think we said our friend is a girl. Her boyfriend is best friends with Mr. Man here.
Mr. X, yeah.
And so he would have no reason to talk to her. So he clearly planted that to her so that it would get back to you.
Uh-huh. And like, also, why do you care if I block you on everything? Like,
the fact that she said something to you and took the bait is what pissed me off more. Because it's like, you're a girl, you should understand.
Yeah, but also that was to be expected.
I guess.
So then, I take a week to myself, whatever. That following Friday, I'm supposed to meet a friend out on O Street, and I'm in a bar, and I run into a couple of mutuals of this man. And I'm like, oh no. And one of the girls, like, they're all, like, all the girls from this group, which also is a very high school type of group, all the girls from this group are chatting me up, like, talking to me. The guys look at me like I have 4 heads, which, like, okay, validly so. Don't talk to me. You're all bums. But I'm chatting with the girls. And this one girl who my ex is, like, calling on Snapchat, which, weird, she comes up to me and her and I are chatting or whatever, and she's like, yeah, like he's on his way, and I'm like, oh, like I'll probably, like I leave, like I'm like, I don't know if I want to leave, I don't know if I want to confront him, I don't know what the hell I want to do. Like I've never been in this situation before.
Oh, I didn't know that's who told you that.
So he keeps calling her, and out of nowhere, she goes to me, she goes, by the way, if you ever thought him and I'm like, you sneaky little bitch. You just snitched on yourself. I didn't say nothing. Like, if I was suspicious, like, you know, I would look at it, but you just snitched on yourself. Like, she has a long distance boyfriend too, and, you know, I hope he hears about this someday. But, like, she snitched on herself, and I was like, crazy. So you know what I do?
You were about to check, too. Because you had a feeling you should check, and I was like, if you feel like you need to check something, you know what you're going to find.
So, and, like, I was like, there's part of me that's like, I bet if I went through his phone, I bet I would have found something. Like, there was some stuff towards the end. Like, there was a girl that he was chatting. You know, that's what I mean. There was a girl he was chatting with, and I go, oh, who's that? And he said, a friend from home. And it was a female. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I was just like, yeah, I'm done. This is like a friend from home. Sir, seriously. So I go to this girl after she tells me that, and I'm like, okay, well, there's 2 ways I can play this. So I go, actually, I'm not going to lie to you. I really think he does think that something's there. I have no clue. But I was like, you know, I'm trying to screw this up as much as possible. Because if it comes out that those two are doing stuff together, that makes me look like a goddess. Like an angel. Like I was like...
There's no way can defend that.
No.
I mean, she'll try to, but also
There's no way any of them defend it.
She knew because on the trip, I could have sworn you were talking about this. Maybe I'm wrong. But how there were girls in his Snapchat that you were talking about, and you were like, why are they on your Snapchat? And then he said that they were streaks, and he's keeping streaks.
So when we first started dating a year ago, I told him, I go, you Snapchat a lot of girls, and he unadded most of them. I go, why do you still have a couple? And he's like, oh, for streak lengths.
You're 45!
Also, he still followed this crazy, narcissistic girl from his college, which I hope she sees this crazy narcissistic girl, and I found it on his Instagram, and he's like, oh, I just didn't even think to do it. Sir, you follow less than 500 people. If she was really that crazy, you would have zero things to do with her.
Well, he's probably using your, like, crazy to hot scale. There's, like, 2 scales, right? For girls, it's crazy to hot, and then for guys, it's ugly to rich, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, you can only be, like, your hotness has to even out your crazy, your ugly has to even out your money. Like, you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Personally, did you show me her? I don't remember.
Maybe. I have pictures of her.
I feel like we talked about her, but it did not even out.
Let's just say,
if it's who I'm thinking
if he goes
of,
back to her, if he's go back to her, he's going back into his league.
Because his last one was a long relationship, too, isn't it? Am I lying?
Yeah. Yeah. Both his, like, exes are crazy or whatever. But whatever. Like, how much I believe that.
But whatever.
I'm totally getting made out to be the crazy ex right now, too. And
well, that's because of what
crazy
was it?
hot.
Last weekend? 2 weekends ago?
Oh, so here we go again. This isn't even where it gets good. So I'm out and about. And so I am like, you know, I'm going to leave the bar. I was going to where he was going. I was not. I, like, literally was like, I should go home.
Well, because his buddy said that he was going to be around. I didn't think that you were going exactly to where he was going to be going.
I just didn't know what I was doing. So I call up her, right? Because obviously, it's like midnight on Friday night.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone with her. And as I'm crossing the street, oh my God, look who it is. And she's like, don't talk to him.
Because she tells me, she's like, he's right there. Oh my God, I didn't think I was actually going to run into him. And I'm like, don't engage. Don't say anything, like, just ignore him because, like, you're out on top right now. And as I'm saying that, I hear her go, hi.
Oh, it's okay. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tipsy. I'm picking this fight. Because I'm like, oh, well, if you're really hurt and fucking confused, I really hope you're... So, this is where we get good. This is where it gets good.
Phone starts going off and leaves me on the phone. So I'm laying in bed, shoving hot Cheetos in my mouth, listening to this like it's a fucking soap opera. And she's going off on this man.
I'm like, he's like, I'm too hammered to have this conversation, and proceeds to have the conversation. And I go, so are we ever going to have this conversation? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh. Okay. Well, I'm like, well, we're having it now. And he says, like, okay, I was talking to him like, hey, like, I think I still, you know, I'm just baiting to see this stuff. I don't know if I actually knew if I loved and cared about him, but I was just, like, in the moment. And I was like, hey, like, I still, like, love and care about you or whatever. I'm like, do you still love and care about me? This is, mind you, 2 weeks after I blindsided him. He goes, I don't know. And I'm like, oh.
2 weeks after, he's like, it all meant nothing.
I'm like, he's like, Faith, I'm so hammered right now. He was pretty hammered.
He was.
Oh, he was
But
hammered.
He gets so mean when he's drunk, too. He's
just dumb, and he's just a douche. And all he cares about is what his friends think. And so... we argue back and forth. I'm like, I just needed you to mature up. And he goes, well, I think I'm pretty mature. And I'm like, I think you're not.
Bro was crying over emotionally retarded.
Bro's not mature. And I was like, and so this is where it gets good. So he's like, I'm like, I just need you to change. He goes, Faith, I bought us 2 concert tickets. I was changing. I was trying. And I go, a concert for our 1 year and concerts to go with your friends.
And the trying was literally 3 days in a... What was it? 3 days you saw each other, not even all 3 days. He paid for one thing.
He paid for our stuff for our 1 year.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like, marry me now, please. After I had paid for him to come on all of these other things. And, like, bro has a gambling problem. He's gonna gamble all of his money away, but whatever.
With his mother.
Yeah, no, for real. And so, like, here's your cookie, by the way. Because what? Like, but also, I said at the beginning of the breakup when I was talking to him, too late. Like, it was too little, too late. Like, that wasn't, like, still all he did. And so then I'm like, all you do is, well, I guess I name drop.
I'll bleep it.
It's okay. Like, all you do is hang out and drink with your buddies. And he's like, well, what else am I supposed to do when you don't have, like, when you're busy or whatever? I'm like, dude, it's all the time. He goes, well, Thursdays don't count. I'm like, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I go, when you don't have
no money for anything else either.
No, that's what I mean. And, like, we'll make plans, and then you tell me you don't have the money to go do it. And then when you do have free time, you're going with your buddy and playing with your single female roommates and going and playing sports with them. Like, that looks sus.
The volleyball team for stop day, because you were going to hold out for stop day.
Yeah.
And then you guys were going to play volleyball. And, like, obviously that didn't happen. But then he gets pissy because, I mean, I don't know, what did he name it?
So, basically, all up until, like, the week before, he had told me there's no way that you can get on team. Like, had totally shot down any idea of wanting to be on, like, a sand volleyball team. And I was like, I just really, like, that's what I really want to do. He's like, no, you can't. Like, you're not a student. Like, I don't think you can do students. You have to, like, sign up or whatever. So then for his birthday, we're over at the Buddies. And they sign us up for a team. And he goes, hey, by the way, I signed us up for a team or whatever, right? And I'm like, oh, like, okay. Like, I had no idea. He goes, yeah, it called Ball Busters. And I go to him, I go, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think that's very funny. Like, I understand that's really funny for, like, you guys to wear, but, like, that's not really funny for me to wear. Like, I'm a female. Like, that is not, like, I'm not laughing. You know what I mean? And so he's all like, well, it's like, it's already like the team name or whatever. And it ended up not even being their team name and all this stuff. But like, it was just like.
Just the fact that he argued with you about it too.
That's what I mean. It was just like, and this was my idea originally. Like, he didn't even want to play except that I wanted to play. And then suddenly it became, it was just like, it was just so annoying. So we're arguing on the street side. Jasmine on the phone. He's like, I bought us concert tickets or whatever. And I'm like, dude, that's the bare minimum. And he's like, I can't remember how we got to the conversation, but he's like, Faith, you broke up with me and then blocked me on everything. I go, I blocked you on Instagram and added you on Snapchat. He goes, yeah, you did. And I go, what do you want me to do? Keep you added on Snapchat and keep Snapchatting you like nothing's changed? He goes, well, like, no, but like, just so like, I just want to like, you know, like we didn't have to unadd each other. And I go, why does it matter? I go, I don't want to see what you're going to post on your story. He goes, why would I post?
Have to keep him added?
No, for real. Like, he's like, well, why would I even post stories? I go, I don't know. Why are you blackout drunk on O Street 2 weeks afterwards?
Coming to your city, expecting to do his shit without seeing you, and then acting surprised when you guys bump paths is crazy to me.
Yeah, no, and so then I'm like, dude, obviously, he's like, well, it's really easy to move on when you get blocked and everything.
Boo-hoo.
Coming from the man who said what you did made a year feel like nothing. I go, yeah, I mean, getting on Tinder and Hinge 2 days after I break up with you really was moving it on. And I could see it in his body language. I don't think his friends who were around us knew that he was on those. And so he goes, well, no, I'm not on Hinge. I go, no, I have the receipts. He goes, well, I can't even get into my account right now. So thank you, Jasmine.
I reported him for being a convicted felon.
Yeah, so she took care of that one for us. And he still can't get into it. And so, like, I just, like, chew him out. And, like, he says something, and, like, this is, like, I was, like, dealing with, like, a toddler when we fought. Because
he sounded like a toddler.
I would say something. He would say something back. I would explain it again. He would say something back, and I would literally go to explain it again, and I would get so frustrated, I'd have to, like, turn away and, like, take a second. Well, like, and then just be like, I'm sorry, I'm done. I can't.
From me hearing him argue, because, like, first of all, he wouldn't ever get pissy unless he was drunk. And he kept a really good act up in front of your friends. I'm not going to lie. I mean, until, like, fake patties when he was just being a dick to everybody. Mm-hmm. But, like, hearing and seeing how he argued with you when he thought no one was watching. I mean, he sounded like a little kid. And he would completely change his argument once he was wrong and change it to someone else. And he was always the victim.
Yeah.
He made him the victim of everything he did. Not even us writing the list. He made himself the victim in the things that happened that were written on that list. And it's like, it's shit that you did. It's just written down. And like, it's
and just, like, I told him
it's
that.
Unbelievable.
He's like, well, that list. And I go, a list created only because of stuff that you did. I'm like, this list would not have been created if you would just got your shit together. But like, you got called out on you behaving like a bum. And my friends also called you out, and then you saw it, and you got your feelings hurt. Like, okay, yes, vice versa, if I got that, whatever, I'd probably be like, what the hell? But, like...
What the helly?
No, what the helly, Belly? But, like, it was just, so I chew him out in the middle of the street, and he's like, I just, like, can't, or whatever, and he has to go. He's like, Brennan, and then walks off into the bar, and I'm fuming. But honestly, woke up the next day, and I was like, you know what?
You were really feeling yourself the next day.
I was like... So, like, normally one would have anxiety about doing such a thing to their ex-boyfriend, right? No. I woke up and I was like, that man deserved every single one of those words that I said. The only thing I have left to say would be that all my friends were there. But, like, honest to God, there's nothing else, like, left I have to say to him.
Like, I feel like might drop that one day because she knows, doesn't she?
Know what?
That we were all there writing it.
I have no idea.
I thought she did.
She probably honestly just told him. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm pretty sure he still stalks my social media to this day. I know his friends were
probably he didn't block you.
No one's good. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, honest to God, I don't understand why any of his friends keep me at it. Like,
oh, the thumbs down.
Oh, yes. So then that next Saturday, I go out and I know that I am just the topic of conversation between all those boys because I'm out at dinner with my friends, you know.
Because they're all single. They got nothing else to talk about.
They're out in Crete. I know that. They're a laundry or whatever. And they send me, I just get out of nowhere, the thumbs down. Like, just a thumbs down emoji from, like, random someone. I didn't post anything. I didn't message anyone.
Well, it wasn't random. It was a guy. It was one of his buddies. One of the guys that went on the trip that you organized for all of us, by the way. I feel like that's an important note.
Like, all these people who are hating on me are people who, like, I've done.
They owe you their fucking life at this point.
No, like. For real. And so he sends me a thumbs down, and I just shrimp emoji react to it. Thank you, Blake. Shout out. And he sends back Randy. Yes, he sends back, like, Randy saying it was him, and I just unadded him because I was so pissed about it, right? And then I meet a very, very attractive man who's now trying to get his shirt back, which I can't tell if it's code for something else or if
it was not code. Bro just asked for a shirt back.
But, like, what if he, like, shows up Friday and he's like, hey, and I'm like,
you know what? If he shows up Friday and strips butt-ass naked the second he gets in your door, I will submit and say it was code. But the way he was like, yeah, can I get my shirt back Wednesday or Thursday, was not code.
No, he said if I can get Friday night or Sunday.
Yeah, if it was code, it would be Friday or Saturday night if you're free.
I don't know.
He was just asking for a shirt.
But, like, I get that. But it's a black t-shirt.
He was not worth it.
It's literally a black t-shirt.
He wasn't that cute.
He was really hot. But
hotter than Peyton. We're gonna shout out Peyton twice on this because he was really hot.
Peyton being shouted out on our podcast, I think will piss him off more than, like, us not addressing him. So I meet this very sexy man. Whatever. No shit happens. Well, shit happens, but, like, nothing crazy. Then that next weekend, I go back out. Friday night, I meet one of the football players. No shit happens with him either, but, like, nothing crazy. And then that Saturday, you know who I run back into. Yeah, you know the vibes. But I'm like, this time I'm like, dude, I've said everything I need to get off my chest. Also, so we're like the same bar or whatever. I'm walking out of the bathroom. He's walking towards it. He does a 180, of course. Please stay out of my way.
Crazy.
Yeah. So then I like leave the bar. This is like 3 hours later. We're sitting down the bars. And so our mutual, the boyfriend of the mutual, sends me a thumbs down. Out of nowhere. Unsolicited once again. I'm like,
crazy that they both had the same idea without talking about it. They had to have coordinated that shit.
No, for real. And they probably think they're the funniest thing in the world to do that. But also, thank you for letting me know that I'm still all that you guys can talk about. Like
I
it's
got that
3
when
o'clock
I was 15.
I was gonna say it's 3 o'clock on a Saturday night, and I am all you guys can still talk about. Love you. And so I message him back, and I'm like, okay, fuck this shit. So I go, hey, like, wasn't my choice. I didn't want to do it. He made decisions. I had to react. I go, also tell him that if he wants to talk to me, to stop sending his friends after me. Because, like,
I don't
one
think
time
thumbs down is even coming after you. That's like a prepubescent boy, like, trying to flirt.
Well, it's just like, it's like, shut up. Like, stop. Like, stop. And so then I
They're
unadd
also
him.
23.
Yeah.
They're grown-ass men.
So I unadd him, and then I text the mutual, and I go, hey, by the way, I had to unadd him because he was harassing me. And she goes, I'm sorry. He shouldn't have done that. And so...
I mean, she did have to play mommy the whole trip, so I feel like she wouldn't even be surprised.
Mind you, this guy who also sent me this stuff came on my birthday trip, also came to Fake Patty's, like, owes me his life. Once again. And I'm getting thumbs downs.
And it's like...
Because I broke up with a guy who couldn't buy me flowers when I paid for everything.
It'd even be different if he just unadded you or something because you broke up with
like,
his best friend.
That's what Peyton did.
But why would you reach out and snap you... I mean, not even snapping like, what you did was
obviously
really fucked up.
Drunk snapping me of a thumbs down. See, the theory is, and I hope he hears this, the theory is all of them except for the ones who are in a relationship want to get with me.
I wouldn't even put the ones in a relationship off the table.
That's fair.
Because it's not like they're that committed.
If Mr. Sir keeps causing issues, I will 110% go after a couple of those boys and probably succeed. Because the first time I could have done it, and, you know, I had good morals. But, like, if you're going to keep calling me toxic because I blocked you on Instagram, then I can show you toxic. Like, like...
It's just crazy to me that, like, they think they really did their big one. Like, they really think they did some shit. And he thinks he pulled one over on you by, like, being like, I really got her, thinking that, like, she's the bad guy. And it's like, nobody thinks that you did anything right.
No, literally, if I really was as toxic of a person as he's trying to make me out to be, no one would speak for me. Those girls would not speak to me. His family would unadd me on everything. They still follow me on everything. All of his friends still follow me on everything. Like, I've had to remove them. What? Like, I bet you if I had...
It's hard having fans, but, like, somebody's
no, for
gotta
real.
do it.
But, like, I bet you if I hadn't unadded him, he probably would still have me on everything.
No, he would. Because
he wants to keep updated, and he wants to see what I'm doing.
I honestly think if you still followed him, he might unfollow you just to keep you as the fan, but he was mad that you did it first.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he's that type of
I beat him to the punch, and he was just like, oh, like, oh. But also, good luck on Tinder. I hope you get an STD.
I'm going to find that next.
No, so basically, we handled that situation well.
We handled it well, and we're hoping, I mean, literally, God forbid I run into him in this city.
Oh, if you run into him.
I'm going to go fucking ape shit on this man.
See, like, the nice thing is, like, I don't even have to do shit.
No.
Also, because Karma's a bitch.
Relish. Oh, we have to tell him about Trent
Also, because Karma's a bitch, and she loves women, and she specifically loves me, because my last ex-boyfriend... I didn't do what? I just blocked him and everything, and I just told everyone mutually between us who did it.
And then his house fucking blew up, and it was taken care of.
I was going to say, and then 6 months later, his house caught on fire, and I did not do anything.
We do need to wrap up in a second, but let me tell you guys a story. Okay, so there was one day.
The phantom shitter.
One day after this terrible, terrible breakup that I was celebrating in my room. I was laying in bed.
Commenting she's free on my Instagram post. Which cracks me up because he's not going to be able to see that, but everyone else will be able to see that on the thing because you blocked. Because my Instagram profile is public.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so I was avoiding doing anything productive. So I'm sitting on my computer and I'm like, what can I do to this man? And so I hop on Reddit and I Google, I Reddit, what can I do to this man? And I'm looking like Scientology's kind of basic. I've done the Freemasons before. I've done all of these things, right? Like,
I
let
feel
me
like
get
my exes
creative.
have been more tortured than I even know at this point. Because I go to Shaylee and I go, I wish we'd have done this much to what's his face, one before or whatever. Yeah, and she goes, oh, we did. I was like, we did? Who's we?
Well, I got the bright idea to hop on Craigslist, and I was like, I could fuck somebody up with this. Oh, so God. I hop on Craigslist, and I go to the whatever it is, like where you can put the free ads. That's where you find all the crazy shit. And I write this ad for the Phantom Shitter. And it's a description of, like, I'll come, like, any of your enemies. I'll come shit on your doorstep for an extra $5. I'll shit anywhere on their property. I list prices for every kind of turd, diarrhea. They have to pay for the fee for the extra milk. It's very detailed, very thorough. I'm like, I'm not typically available during the day, but call during the night or leave a voicemail and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I leave his number. This man has a fake email and everything because I couldn't use his own for the security code, but I was trying to only link it back to him. Anyways, so I post this ad on Craigslist for the Phantom Shitter. I mean, it's out there. I haven't checked it.
I hope.
And under the name Trent Relish, too. So he's gonna, if nothing else, so many people are gonna fucking ask for Trent Relish because I didn't stop at Craigslist. I went back to that Reddit feed where it was ways to get back at your ex. I also had a couple other open that were similar. And I made Trent Relish an account on Reddit, opened those same ones, and then I posted his ad under both of those Twitter feeds, or whatever, the Reddit feeds as well. And then I made Trent Relish a Twitter account, because we were sitting with this Google account, and it's like, you can do so much once you make an email. Why quit now? So Trent Relish also has an account on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I hopped on all of the feet finder and the poop fetish threads. I'm not kidding. And I posted his ad and number on all of the fetish pages I could find.
He's gonna start getting those Google security alerts of being like, your phone number is compromised, and he's gonna find all of those. The part that makes this even better is throughout our relationship, he told me that he must have had the phone number of some old lady before because he always got spam calls and spam texts.
I'm telling you, Trent Relish is going to end this man's career. Oh, and then I had to take a final one day, but I got there 30 minutes early, and it won't let me check in until 15 minutes early. So I was going to go shit in the bathroom and just sit there for a minute. These bathrooms have the most horrendous things written on the wall I've ever seen. Luckily, I had a Sharpie in my bag. So I put this man's number in bold on this bathroom wall. And I told everyone he's a liar and a whore. Call him, give him a funny call, I'll give you a cookie or something, right? So I go there, like I had my final today. I go there, I check on the number every now and then, see if anyone's added anything. So if nothing else, every woman in university has access to your number. And I hope to God they call and ask for Trent Relish or an appointment with the Phantom Shitter. And I wish you nothing but the worst. Thank you. Good night.
Everything that he's earned. Every single little dime.
He had it coming. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't deserved.
Well, yeah. Like, especially for the amount of time and money that I wasted. And I couldn't even get flowers.
Literally.
No. It's fine. But now
you're free.
No, I'm literally free.
Now you're free.
I'm
literally,
thriving.
Guys come up to you everywhere we go, too. Like, he was holding you back.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think bro, like, he probably just gave up. Like, I think literally he just...
You think?
No, I think it was just, like, he, like, knew if, like, I ever, like, wanted to wear whatever I wanted to wear or, like, wanted to do whatever I wanted to do, that if he ever put up a fight, he's like, there's no point in putting up a fight because, like...
I mean, like, he gained the freshman 15 a little late. Either that or he gained it 4 times in a row.
He gained the freaking relationship 50. Holy fuck, that man.
He did give up, and that's when I was like, somebody's got to tell you. Because... it was to the point, he was being so ridiculous, and it's like, I was like, if I was in this relationship, because it happened to me, and it's like, I wouldn't notice, because it's kind of under the illusion you guys are just getting comfortable with each other, and you don't have to dress up every time you're around each other, but there's a difference between, like, yeah, like, we're comfortable being, like, I don't have to have makeup on or whatever, then completely letting yourself go and just not putting any effort in, and it was so bad to the point where, like, I looked at him and laughed, like, he looked funny. He looked, like, odd to me.
It's just when we're in a bar and I'm standing right next to him and a girl comes up to me to ask for her guy friend being like, hey, are you single? My friend thinks you're cute. I'm mocking the shit out of you, man. Love you.
So, I mean, I think he'll get what's coming to him.
I was going to say, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my pretty self. There's no way he hasn't heard already that I haven't.
I hope
like, I have
Trent
seen,
Relish ruins his life.
He has seen me out with people. I still run into his friends at the golf course, which, if they flirt, I'll flirt back. It's part of my job, you know?
You should.
Oh,
if you can get them on your story, that'd be really funny.
I could really get an invite if I really wanted to, but...
Do it. What's stopping you?
Well, I know the girls would invite me to stuff. They already have. But, like... I don't know. We'll see. But, like, remaining... I'm just going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing. And
Exactly. This is the first time we've both been single together since high school.
So shit's going to go down this summer.
It's literally been, what? Hold on. 3 years. We've never been single at the same time.
You know what I could do? If, no, because he'll work Friday night. I don't know if we're at the point yet of the breakup where, like, I should show up with another man, or if I show up with another man, it'll be like, oh, look, like, she cheated on me with somebody.
I feel like he'd have quite the pair to accuse you of cheating when I literally found him on Hinge the next day. So if he wants to make those allegations, I would pull up the fucking receipts. If he even engages, I feel like he's too much of a little bitch to just say anything. Like, I feel like he wouldn't have engaged.
He's going to tell all his friends stuff, and I bet they're all sitting there being like, oh, yeah, bro, like, yeah, because
they'll hype him up behind closed doors, and then they get in front of you, and then they don't say shit.
No, they just stare at me like I have 4 heads.
So, I don't know.
Okay. I wouldn't either. When I can pull probably about any guy in the bar, I'm not really worried about it.
Moral of the story, if I was this man, I would jump in front of a train.
Moral of this story.
But don't do that, because you're not that man.
Don't be a bum and ugly at the same time. Because
that doesn't even have the spectrum.
Honestly, man, if you were just a little bit more hotter, or at least in my league, I probably would have stuck around longer. But yeah, that's today's lesson.
Anyways, on that note, you know, if you're also going through a hot girl summer with us, go suck it up at the lake.
Yeah.
This is your calling. This is your sign.
And call the Phantom Shitter.
Can we drop his number in the description?
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Call the number down below. Ask for the Phantom Shitter. Please. Well, okay. And then, if you're watching this, comment down below, and we'll shout you out in the next video.
Yeah.
So much clout. Anyways, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, listening, whatever you're on, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.